Hi, Sean. This is another gear tutorial vlog, and this one's quick, but basically I've been using my Rode VideoMic Pro all the time. I've been using it to do actual interviews with clients and stuff like that because I can plug it without having to have a separate recorder. I can plug it directly into the camera with an extension cable because it's a powered microphone, and it sounds great. The issue that I've been having with it is in some places there's some interference that causes like a high squeaky sound, which once, and this was a few weeks ago, I talked about it, was caused by the wireless system that I was using to make the whole boom mic wireless. But yesterday I was filming at a client and I was just in a big empty room. There were no cell phones in there near anything, and the mic the whole time was just making that high-pitched, squeaky, awful sound. And so I have some work to do in post to get rid of it, unfortunately. But I wanted to take the time to test because the Rode VideoMic Pro is good. Is it the best? I don't know. But I also have the Rode NTG4, which kind of is the best and is the go-to mic for a lot of people. And so right above my head right now, I have both the Rode VideoMic Pro and the Rode NTG4 inside the Rode blimp to protect it from wind noise. And more than that, it's just to have a mount on it so that I can put it on this boom pole because my only clip is really a part of this big thing. So I just wanted to take a second and test the two microphones side by side to see how they sounded and cut back and forth for you and let you decide which mic is right for you, because I would say Rode VideoMic Pro kills it on convenience. It's got great audio and it's so convenient. You can put it on top of the mic, you can put it on a boom pole. It's light, it doesn't take up much room, and it connects directly to the camera. But the Rode NTG4 needs power. You can't connect it directly to your camera. You have to connect it to an audio recorder that has phantom power. Or some cameras, like some higher-end video cameras, not most DSLRs, but like the Canon C100, 200, all those, and the Sony FS5 and 7. Those have powered XLR inputs that you can plug this in directly with. But if you're using a DSLR setup, like a lot of people are, especially most of the people who watch this, you have to power it. And so it becomes cumbersome to add to your setup, and it sounds trivial, but it's another 2 minutes, another 3 minutes to set up, to plug in, and then you've got another card that you have to sync, and you've got batteries you need to stay. So there's a lot that goes into having a separate powered shotgun microphone that isn't directly into your camera. So here's a back and forth straight up audio test. I'm standing, both mics are right overhead, they're both pointing right at my heart, so they're both getting very similar sounds. This is the Rode VideoMic Pro, and this is the NTG4. Rode VideoMic Pro, NTG4. Hi, I'm Sean with Boom Reactive, and I've been trying to make some more videos about some of the tech that I use, and as I'm doing more and more gigs, and doing more and more work with clients in different situations, I'm learning about new things and problems and solutions to equipment. For example, running the VideoMic Pro through the wireless lately has been a godsend because it's one less cable running all over my set. It's one less thing for people to trip over, and it's a whole lot easier to move around without having to worry about how far I can move it. But you can decide which is right for you. They're both different price points, and remember, even if you buy the NTG4, you also have to get enough cables and adapters and recorders to get the sound into your project. And so it's not just the cost of the microphone, there's some extra stuff. But is it worth it? That's up to you. Thanks for watching. So the audio you've heard this entire video, save for the samples, is the Rode NTG4 going into the Zoom H6 into the Atomos Ninja Assassin, and I don't even feel like, looking at the waveforms, it's so much louder recorded into the Assassin than it is directly into the Zoom, and so that's going to take some troubleshooting. But overall, listening to the two, I feel like the VideoMic Pro has a little bit more bass. It sounds a little more rounded and full, but it borders on being just a little muddy, and the NTG4 is a little tinny, but it's very, very clear. So the NTG4 gives you the option to sort of clean things up in post, do a little bit more editing to the sound itself to get that perfect sound you're looking for. but I feel like the VideoMic Pro gets me to where I want to be a little faster with a little less control. So overall, I think I'm gonna continue for most of what I do, keeping the VideoMic Pro on my Rode Micro Boom because it's really efficient, it's really quick, and on gigs where I have a whole lot more time and space to set up, that's when I'll bust out the NTG4. The other factor in the decision of what mic to use is speed and convenience versus, I'll call it safety. But when I use the Rode VideoMic Pro, I'm recording directly into the camera, and if anything happens to that card, bad news. Everything's gone. And like yesterday when I filmed, I used just the VideoMic Pro going in, and then last night it was taking forever to back up, but I was freaked out because if anything happens to that card or the backup, or if my office gets struck by lightning, boom, gone, done. All the footage. As where if I have some of the audio on a separate SD card straight out of the Zoom, then if I do lose the footage, I still have the audio, which I can find a way to edit in with, just using it as a voiceover, but I don't have that flexibility if it's all on one card. So it's this line of, yes, you can always be safer and back up and have 10 microphones and store them in 10 different locations, store the cards in 10 different locations. You have to find that right balance of how much time should you spend being redundant and backing things up versus getting things done faster and moved through the pipeline quicker. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Sean. If this video was at all useful to you, consider subscribing. Bye. One of my camera friends made fun of me the other day because I had a Philip Bloom red thing on my wrist, and it's a very Philip Bloom thing to do. Peter McKinnon's been doing it too. But see this cable? Man, they're handy. Now you don't see the cable.